1 Enoch chapter 1. The words of the blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the chosen and just, who will exist on the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and imperious shall be removed. And then answered and spoke Enoch, a just man, whose eyes were opened by God, so that he saw a holy vision in the heavens, which the angel showed to me. And from them I heard everything, and I knew what I saw, but not for this generation, but for the far-off generation which are to come. Concerning the chosen, I spoke and conversed concerning them with the Holy and Great One, who will come from his abode, the God of the world. And from there he will step on to Mount Sinai and appear. Sorry, somebody busted in. And appear, trying to find my spot, Mount Sinai, and appear with his host and appear in the strength of his power from heaven. And all will fear, and the watchers will tremble, and great fear and terror will seize them to the ends of the earth. And the exalted mountains will be shaken, and the hills, high hills, will be lowered and will melt like wax before the flame. And the earth will be submerged, and everything that is on the earth will be destroyed. And there will be a judgment upon everything and upon all the just. But to the just he will give peace, and he will protect the chosen, and mercy will abide over them. And they will all be God's, and will be prosperous and blessed, and the light of God will shine for them. And behold, he comes with myriads of holy to pass judgment upon them, and will destroy the impious, and will call to account all flesh of everything the sinners and the impious have done and committed against him. Chapter 2. I observed everything that took place in the heavens, how the luminaries which are in the heavens do not depart from their paths, that each one rises and sets in order, each in its time, and they do not depart from their laws. See the earth and observe the things that are done on it, from the first to the last, how no work of God is irregular and appearing. See the summer and the winter, how then the whole earth is full of water, and clouds and dew and rain rest over it. Chapter 2. I observed everything that took place in the heavens, and how the luminaries. Chapter 3. I observed and saw how then all the trees appeared as if it withered, and all their leaves are shaken off, except 14 trees, whose leaves are not shaken off, but which abide with the old from 2 to 3 years till the new come. Chapter 4. And again I observed the days of summer, how the sun is then above it, opposite to it. But ye seek cool and shady places on account of the heat of the sun, and the earth also burns with fervent heat. But ye cannot step on the earth or on a rock because of their heat. Chapter 5. I observed how the trees cover themselves with the green of the leaves and bear fruit. But observe ye all this, and learn how he who lives forever has made all of these for you, how his works are before him, and in every year that comes, and all the works serve him and are not changed. But as God has ordained, so everything takes place. And see how the seas and the rivers together accomplish their works. But ye have not persevered, and have not done the commandment of the Lord, but have transgressed, and have slandered his greatness with high and hard words from your unclean mouths. Ye hard-hearted, ye will have no peace, and therefore he will curse your days, and the years of your lives perish. The everlasting curse will increase, and ye will receive no mercy. On that day ye will give way your peace for an everlasting curse to all the just, and they will ever curse you as sinners, you together with the sinners. But for the chosen there will be light and joy and peace, and they will inherit the earth. But for you, the impious, there will be a curse. And then also wisdom will be given to the chosen, and they will all live and not continue to sin, neither through wickedness nor through pride, but they in whom there is wisdom will be humble without continuing to sin. And they will not be punished for all the days of their lives, and will not die through plagues or judgments of wrath. But the number of the days of their lives will be completed, and their lives will become old in peace, and the years of their joy will be many in everlasting happiness and peace for all the days of their lives. The fall of the watchers. And they descended on Ardis, which is the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn on it and bound themselves mutually by a curse. 1 Enoch 6:6. Here begins the account of the watchers, the angels who descended upon Mount Hermon and whose actions changed the destiny of mankind. Chapter 6. And it came to pass after the children of men had increased in those days, beautifully and comely daughters were born to them. And the angels, the sons of the heavens, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Behold, we will choose for ourselves wives from among the children of men, and will beget for ourselves children. And Simajazah, who was their leader, said to them, I fear that perhaps you will not be willing to do this deed, and I alone shall suffer for this great sin. Then all answered him and said, We will all swear an oath and bind ourselves mutually by a curse, that we will not give up this plan, but will make this plan a deed. Then they all swore together and bound themselves mutually by a curse, and together they were 200. And they descended on Ardis, which is the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn on it and bound themselves mutually by a curse. And those are the names of their leaders. Forgive me if I don't say these names right. Simjazah, who was their leader, Yerkakadamel, Achabel, Tamil, Ramuel, Daniel, Ezekiel, Saraquijah, Asiel, Amers, Betrayal, Anani, Zekbi, Samsiviel, Sartiel, Turiel, Jomiel, Arazel. These are the leaders of the 200 angels, and the others all were with them. Chapter 7. And they took unto themselves wives, and each of those for himself one, and they began to go into them, and mixed with them, and taught them charms and conjurations, and made them acquainted with the cutting of roots and of woods. And they became pregnant and brought forth great giants whose stature was 3,000 ells. They devoured all the acquaintances of mankind, till men were unable to sustain themselves. And the giants turned themselves against mankind in order to devour them. And they began to sin against the birds and the beasts and against the creeping things and the fish, and devoured their flesh among them, and drank the blood thereof. Then the earth complained of the unjust ones. Chapter 8. And Azael taught mankind to make words and knives and shields and boats of mail, and taught them to see what was behind them, and their works of their art, bracelets and ornaments, and the use of their rogue, and the beautifying of the eye, and the dearest and choicest stones, and all coloring substances, and the metals of the earth. And there was great wickedness and much fornication. And they